Mind philosophy discusses the insights from some of the greatest thinkers over time. It will also demonstrate how their wisdom can be applied against the complexities and challenges we face in modern society. It's how philosophy can be used as a vehicle to produce a better version of who we are and how we interact within ourselves and each other. We often judge our lives by how much we remove ourselves from routine. When we see life as being tedious, when we move through our motions, when there is so much more we can experience through life's impulses, splendour ourselves in spontaneity. When we know that we are gifted with an eye that can gaze upon the world, an ear that can fathom the finest symphonies, a hand that can scrub the earth. Yet, we become frustrated when we become trapped in life's spiralling cycle, a calamitous tide we believe we can never escape. We focus our story, whether we are raptured in wealth or impoverishment, whether we live our lives in solitary or as a collective. We all spiral ourselves into life's routines. Our dedication towards this doctrine is pandemic. You could even call it absurd. And depending how we manage ourselves through our routines, it can even be our saviour. This is the philosophy of French thinker Albert Camus. I've posted other videos on Albert Camus' theory of the absurd. Click the link in the description. The absurd, according to Camus, is the impossibility for us to reconcile rationality from everything we experience. It is the gap in our existence that causes us angst, the disparity between what we perceive and what we cannot understand. This is why we build our schedules for what is familiar to us, for what brings a sense of comfort. It is also through this familiarity we can learn. Our brains are formed to recognize reward, become energized through an experience we become accustomed to. It is through this repetition we are forced to become productive, where we are required to repeat ourselves into routine. For most, it is deemed to be mundane. Yet, it is a continuum that we are compelled to cooperate with, where through all this reveals its absurdity. A model for what is the epitome of mundaneness is the story of Camus' ultimate absurd hero, Sisyphus. The gods condemned Sisyphus to roll his rock to the top of a mountain, to then let it fall to its base, and to repeat this task again for eternity. Yet, Sisyphus sees meaning through this mundaneness. He visions a path through its paltriness. He is beyond the murmurs that ridicule him. Although the task is not easy, he realizes through his toil, even through the mere absurdity of each moment, he realizes his purpose and overcomes the weight of his rock. As per Camus, I know it implies obscurity and ignorance, and I am assured that this ignorance explains everything, and that this darkness is my light. There is no sun without shadow, and it is essential to know the night. Camus is not asking us to torture ourselves and ignore our inner cries for change. What he is questioning is for us to realize that our world bears its absurdities, and we won't always be in our ideal situation. even if our lives are as mundane as carrying a rock up a mountain. We can still fulfill our lives through what we can create in any situation. We often consider our routines as tedious measures, as a matter for our work. Yet, we may not realise we dive into routine just as intensely during our leisure time. We listen to the same music, eat and drink the same food, indulge in our same leisure activities. We take this as a means of our refuge. Yet, we can also take refuge in the comfort we create for ourselves, no matter the task we undertake. As we live in an absurd world, sometimes it's not a matter of impressing others with what we do. It's a matter of how we fulfill life within ourselves. As we saw with Sisyphus, even when we are carrying the weight of the world through a lumbered boulder, we still can overcome ourselves. When we define our purpose, visualize reason with what we do, we can still energize ourselves through how we can approach our daily lives. It is a matter of being faithful to our moment, faithful to ourselves, keeping the notion of life's absurdity forefront in our minds. Taking each moment of living as a matter of privilege. As the absurd is only as absurd as what we make it to be. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button and subscribe to the Mind Philosophy channel and leave your comments. And also look out for my other videos on Albert Camus' philosophy of the absurd. I look forward to seeing you on our next journey.